So starting the discussion with the pop quiz, which is related to states of matter and diffusion. In the first question, the substance M is solid at 30. The substance is heated to 80 and its temperature measured as it cooled down. The cooling curve is shown. Look, this is a cooling curve. So at 30, the substance was solid at 30 degrees. Now, if you see the solid M is solid at 30 degree, and if you see the cooling curve, there are twice the temperature was constant. So if a temperature is constant, what this give an idea? This give an idea that the state is changed twice. So when we mark the position here, so if we have a gas here, a substance will be a gas. So at 30, this one will be 30. So when we draw a line from 30, here a substance is solid according to the question. And why here the temperature might be constant? Why the temperature is not changing for the substance? Maybe it reaches a room temperature when the surrounding temperature and the temperature of a substance are same, it won't lose energy to the surrounding. So they give an idea that solid M is a solid at 30. So if it was solid at 30, so this was solid. So before, what will be the change in the state? Because from Q to R, so it means this point when the temperature was constant, it means the liquid was changing into solid. And this point, it will be liquid. And why here, this point, the temperature is constant, it means maybe the room temperature or the surrounding temperature is same as the temperature of a substance. That's why temperature is not changing. So the question was, between which times is a substance freezing? Freezing means a liquid is turning into solid. So when a liquid is turning into solid, it is turning from Q to R. So Q to R, which option is this? B is the right answer. Is it clear, this question? Anyone having a doubt in this? So simply we identify the state of a substance. At 30, it was solid. So before solid, definitely the liquid must be freeze to give a solid. So from Q to R, it will be freezing. Which gas has a fastest rate of diffusion? So how to work out the rate of diffusion? You have to check the periodic table. The lighter gases diffuses faster as compared to heavy gases. So what you have to do, you have to use a periodic table, and using a periodic table, you have to work out which one diffuse faster. The one which is lighter. The first option is argon. So what is the mass of argon? Argon is 40, so we'll write 40 here. Option B, C2H6. So carbon is 12 multiplied by 2, 24, plus hydrogen is 1 multiplied by 6. So 24 plus 6 makes 30. So the total mass is 30 here. HCl, hydrogen is 1 plus chlorine is 35.5 using a periodic table. So total will be 36.5. This was 40. And hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen is 1 multiplied by 2 plus sulfur is 32. So it will be 32 plus 2 makes 34. So which is the lightest? C2H6 is the lightest, so it will diffuse faster. So lighter gases diffuse faster than heavy gases. There are two stable isotopes of a bromine. One is 79, another one is 81. Which statement is correct for these isotopes? Isotopes have a same number of neutrons. That's totally wrong. Isotopes have different number of neutrons. Isotopes have different chemical properties. No. Isotopes have same chemical properties because they have same number of electron in the last shell. Isotopes have different number of proton. No, they are element of the same like they're element of the same atom, like different atoms of the same element with are having same number of proton but different number of neutron, and they have the same number of outer shell electrons, so they have the same chemical properties. That's why D is the right answer. Which statement about the ions and ionic bonding is correct? Bromine atom form a negative charge bromide ion. When you check the periodic table, this is the periodic table where metalloids are there above and below the staircase line. We have metalloids. So those which are on the right hand side are the non-metal, on the left hand side are metals. So bromine is a non-metal, and if bromine is a non-metal, what is the tendency of a non-metal? Non-metal tend to gain electron. And on the left hand side we have metals, and what is the tendency of the metal? Metal tend to lose electron. So the first option is written that bromine atom form a negative, and they form a negative ion because the non-metals will form a negative ion and the metals will form the positive ion. So they all on this side will form a positive ion, on the right hand side they will form a negative ion. So when you check bromine is a non-metal and form a negative ion, bromide ion, that's true. So A is the right answer. But why not B, C or D? Ionic bonds formed between elements in group 7. Ionic bonds are not formed elements of group 7. It is formed between metal and non-metal. And like one should be a metal, another one should be a non-metal. But group 7 are all non-metals. So group 7 metal, non-metals, they will form covalent, not ionic. That's why B is wrong. The positive ions are formed when atom lose proton. No, positive ions are formed when atom loses electron, not proton. And potassium iodide contain negatively charged potassium ion. Potassium is a metal. Metal cannot form a negatively charged ion. Metal always form a positive ion. So it will have a potassium positive and iodine or iodide ion negative. So that's why A is the right answer. Is it clear, this one? In question 5, a gas diffuses. Choose from the list the formula which diffuses most quickly and draw a circle around it. So you have to use a periodic table. Carbon monoxide, carbon is 12 plus oxygen is 16. So the sum will be 28. Carbon dioxide, carbon is 12 plus oxygen is 16 multiplied by 2. So sum will be 44. In methane, CH4, carbon is 12 plus hydrogen 1 into 4, which makes 16. In nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen is 14 and oxygen is 16 multiplied by 2. So 32 plus 14 makes 46. And sulfur dioxide, sulfur is 32 plus oxygen is 16 times 2, so makes 64. So explain your answer, which one diffuse in the curve most quickly. So that will be methane or CH4, and why? Because it is having a smaller relative molecular mass, or it is lighter. As we know, the lower molecular mass you can say, or it is lighter. Lighter gases diffuse faster than heavy gases. So this was the pop quiz 1.